Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com, coming to you from the Mark McGuire studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, do all the stuff if you would, please. Give us that thumbs up and tell your friends, and share us on social media. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook if you haven't done so already. And, of course, let us know what you're playing, the most important part of this whole process. Tell us what you're on today, if you're tailing the Deep 3, if you're fading the Deep 3, if you got your own Deep 3 worked out. Tell us whatever you're playing, be it soccer, be it baseball. Maybe you got a little tennis happening. There's a lot of French Open stuff going on right now. So whatever you're on, let us know. And when you get those picks right, not only will you win money, not only will you impress your fellow handicappers, but you will also get the official shout-out on the next day's video, including you have a shot at being the capper of the day. So, hang out and see if you're the capper of the day today, all right? And, of course, don't forget to check out our websites, winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com, all the deep dive stuff into all the games every day. And, of course, for all you New Jersey residents, if you're living in New Jersey or going through New Jersey, or even stopping to get a donut and a cup of coffee in New Jersey, make sure you check out our newest partner, pointsbet.com. Tons of cool stuff going over there, including some of the best prop action anywhere, some of the best sign-up bonuses I've ever seen in about 25 years of doing this online. So, get yourself over to pointsbet.com, check it out. And even if you're not a New Jersey resident, you ought to just get over there and check it out and see some of the really cool prop bets that they have. It's a neat site. I know that we had a couple people check it out and go, dude, it's really cool, but we don't live in New Jersey. I'm like, I know. But they're coming. They're expanding. These guys are growing fast. I know they're coming into Iowa and probably working on some other states as well. So stay tuned to PointsBet coming to a place near you. All right, guys, so let's take a look at our results for today. Not a bad day, guys. Who let the dogs out? Miami did. That's right. We got those Miami Marlins to take care of business against the Washington Nationals. Poor Matt Scherzer, man. 2-8 are the 2-10 are the Washington Nationals in Max's starts this year. My Mizzou homeboy deserves better. Miami took care of business there. I think we paid somewhere in the neighborhood of I don't know, plus 270, plus 280, wherever you got it at. So good on you. And then we had the Milwaukee Brewers team total over 4.5, and we had to sweat it out there a little bit, but they got hot late and took care of business there. And the game it didn't look like we were going to win got washed out. We had the Kansas City Chicago White Sox over. It was 1-1 in the fifth. They did not get the fifth completed. Kansas City had a 1-zip lead, and they couldn't hold it, so it's a suspended game. And I know a couple people asked the question about what happens to your bets. Generally speaking, if you make those at a casino, if you make them in an offshore book or one of your in-state books, you should, number one, read your fine print because it'll be in the rules. But generally speaking, most of the games have to be completed within 48 hours. So I haven't heard the plans for this one. I don't know if they're going to just pick this one up and finish it tomorrow, if they're going to finish it at a later time. But if they don't get it finished in 48 hours, the bets will be null and void and they will be returned. I know somebody talked about they had an 8-teamer, and that was their 8th team. They'd hit the first 7 legs. So for their sake, I'm hoping they're going to put this one off and just turn that into a 7-teamer, which I believe is still probably a pretty good hit. So anyway, 2-0 on the Deep 3 with some some hella value there. It was a kind of a pretty good dog week for us, guys. So we'll keep an eye out for more barking dogs for you. And on the premium side, not a lot of breaks. We go 1-2. We lose our 3-unit and our 2-unit play. We had the Cincinnati team total to over 4.5. They kept putting guys on base. They kept driving the ball to the wall. Just couldn't get that 5th run. And then we had Arizona take care of business against Colorado. Arizona had a 3-1 lead in the 7th. Couldn't hold on to it. Again, just time after time, they have guys on base, can't get them in. Colorado loads the bases one time, and of course they score with 2 outs, 2 strikes on Nolan Arenado. Of course, that's the guy that has to be up. The guy that's hitting better with runners in scoring position than anybody else in baseball. So, 2 games. In all rights, we probably should have split between those two. But we didn't. We had the breaks that went against us in both those contests. And then we ended up hitting the nightcap. We had the New York Mets team total over 2.5, and they took care of business. They didn't win, but they certainly scored enough against Clayton Kershaw there. So we are moving on to tonight's picks. Let's start in the National League as the St. Louis Cardinals travel to the city of brotherly love and Geno's Cheesesteaks to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. St. Louis catching positive value here, plus 115. Wainwright goes against Pivetta. Let me get this straight, guys. I'm going to get positive value fading Nick Pivetta. Yeah, sign me up, please. Both these pitchers have not been good, but Pivetta, he was especially bad in his 4 starts before he got sent down to AAA. He pitched pretty well in AAA, and now he gets another shot. But, guys, in his 4 starts, he gave up 17 earned runs in just 18 and a third innings. Did he get better in the minors? Maybe. Did he get that much better? I'm literally betting on the fact that he didn't. I'm just not going to pass up an opportunity for positive money, fading a pitcher with a whip over 2 and an ERA over 8. Wainwright has not been any great shakes. He's been all right lately. 3 of his last performances have been pretty good, but he is head and shoulders above where Nick Pivetta is right now. Give me Wainwright and the Cardinals, positive value, plus 115. And taking a look at that interleague battle between the Cubs and the Astros, taking a look at the total of 9.5. John Lester goes for Chicago against Corbin Martin for the Astros. First of all, we're gonna fade a pitcher in John Lester that has given up 34 hits in his last 20 innings, covering 4 starts. I don't love backing Corbin Martin, which is the reason we're gonna jump on the Astros here. He's made just 3 starts in the majors. He's got an ERA of 4.97 and a somewhat troubling whip of 1.57. Both of these teams can score runs. They both average over 5 runs per game. And the Cubs, hey man, they get one more bat than they usually have playing in an American League park. The Stros won 6-5 yesterday, and I think we're probably going to get a very similar result here in this one. Give me the over 9.5 in the Houston-Chicago game. And we're going to finish up with a real marquee matchup here as Detroit takes on Baltimore. Detroit is the favorite, minus 116. Matt Boyd goes for the Tigers against Dylan Bundy for the Baltimore Orioles. Guys, we rode Boyd pretty hard earlier in the season before the tables turned last couple times out. But make no mistake, these are 2 bad teams. This is simply a matter of backing the better pitcher. Boyd is still having a nice season with an ERA of 3.11 and a whip of 1.01. Bundy, he has had a couple good starts. He's shown the flashes of why he was a first-round draft pick. But overall, he's still struggled. He's got an ERA of 4.67 and a 1.31 whip. Give me, I hate to say, you don't say about many times when they're playing Detroit, but give me the better team in the Detroit Tigers, minus a short price of 116. Give me the Houston-Chicago Cubs over 9.5, and the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals plus 115. And at the end of these 3 games, you guys can join me as we head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at our shout-outs for today. First, the shameless plug section of our show. If you guys haven't got your premium service yet, you want to get even more picks, my best picks every single day, sent right to you or on a personalized video. Get signed up for the premium service, about $4 a day, and we do usually between 2 and 4 picks every day. Generally 3, but sometimes a little higher, sometimes 2 if it's a short day. So if you're interested in that, follow the link there. Get signed up for the premium picks. All right. Ninja 13 had another good day. He had Miami, and he also had the New York Yankees on the money line. He missed on the Reds money line in the game 1. Percy S, he had the Chicago Kansas City over 9.5. That's probably going to be returned to Percy. Kent P, he said he tried points bet. You have to be in New Jersey. That's right, Kent. So you're young, you can move. New Jersey is a fine state. A lot to do there, brother. He had Milwaukee team total over 4.5. Well done there, sir. Cody L, he had the Milwaukee, Minnesota under 9.5. No sweat, brother. That came in at 9. He had the A's on the money line. He had the Cubs on the money line as well. C-Dub. C-Dub is a volume man. I will say that about C-Dub. He had the A's team total over 4.5. He had Kansas City against Chicago over 9.5. He had Pittsburgh, Cincinnati over 9. And then he had 4 separate bets. He had and he also had a 4-teamer that did not come in, but he had Miami. Said every sharp is on him. Well, that's we all saw value there, brother. And it ended up being right. Sometimes the sharps are called sharps for a reason. All too often, not the case. But today it was with the Miami Marlins. He also had the Tampa Bay money line. He had the Oakland money line, and he had the Bruins on the puck line. That looked ugly early there as they were down 2-1. They actually came back and took care of business, winning that game 4-2. And the astute Aardvark had Milwaukee, and he pushed on the Arizona first 5, and he had the White Sox as well. So a couple pushes. He went 1-1 on his picks, and he had two pushes. So yeah, there we go. All right, and the capper of the day. It was a close one, but I'm going to give it to him just on volume and hitting a couple of long shots there. C-Dub went 6-5. He had plus 270 on Miami, and he also had the Boston puck line plus 165. That was kind of the divider for me. Ninja also had another fantastic day. He went 2-1, including that underdog pick on the Miami Marlins as well. Like I said, it's a very close one. Ninja about did it 2 days in a row. But in a small lean, I give the award to C-Dub today. He is our capper of the day. Congratulations, C-Dub. Keep up the great work, everybody. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Have fun. Let's win some money today. We'll be back tomorrow and talk about it, all right? You guys take care. Bye-bye.